right outside.
No.
First of all, welcome to the 78th annual exhibition. And I'm afraid we're going to start the private view with a sadness, a great sadness. And that is that our patron, Tom Coates, died last Thursday. And he'd had a whole lot of heart problems, but this was a cancer of the gallbladder, which was inoperable. And so it was a question of time, really, and I think he did for about 3 months. But anyway, it's very, very sad, because Tom had been our patron for 23 years, which is a long, long time. We've only had about 4 patrons during the whole history of the Medical Art Society. He started his art career in Birmingham, and then went on to the Royal Academy Schools. And he was working there as a professor of painting at the time with a fellow called Peter Greenham, who, if you've ever seen his pictures, you always instantly find some likeness in Tom's work as well. He was very influenced by him. And he's known in the business as Mr. FBA, the Federation of British Artists, because he has been president of so many of the Federation of British Artists is a whole lot of subsections of portrait painters, English art, the Royal British Artists, and so on. The pastoral painters. He's been president of all of those over the years. And apart from that, he was just such a wonderful fellow. He was so good to the Medical Art Society. He had his own prize, which he would give, and he was always very, very amusing. So, if you will, I would like to just to be silent for a minute in his memory. Very much. Now, I put up 2 of his pictures there, which I'm lucky enough to own, and they are very sort of representative as well. So, here we are. Anyway, another year's gone by. We've gained, I think, about 11 new members, which is wonderful, and they're all young, which is even better. And we've been trying, Annette and I have been trying very, very hard to find our way into communication systems nowadays, that you know at the end of the line, a student or a young doctor will be able to pick up and learn something about the Medical Art Society. And it's extremely difficult to do, to find the right person who's got the button to press, as it were. We've had a go, and we've had some success, but we admit very freely that there's a lot more work to be done. But anybody with ideas on how to get through. In the old days, for example, we would invite the BMJ to come to this private view. Nowadays, they wouldn't hear of it, at least never more ever publishing an article about the Medical Art Society. It wouldn't be Mr. Abbasi's scene, I don't think so. But anyway, but we will carry on. But nevertheless, we've managed to restore the life drawing classes in the winter months, thanks to Patricia, who's been very kindly doing it, Patricia Barker, at the Hampstead School of Art. It's been very successful. Even I had a go, and under her excellent tuition, managed to get slightly better each time with Oliver had a go as well. So it's very good. We're going to repeat today, so hopefully it will be 2 before Christmas and 2 in the months after Christmas. When this show finishes on Saturday, everything is taken down, and we've replaced the entire show again at Hampstead School of Art, where it will be there for the months of August and September. And there will be a private view on the 19th of September, Tuesday the 19th of September. And there will be a lecture about John Piper's stained glass within that evening. Now, my thanks, she's not actually here tonight because she had to go off on some urgent thing, but Michelle Acton, who is the CEO of the Royal Society of Medicine, has been very, very helpful to us, because we were both placed in a very difficult position at the beginning of this year. with respect to the Delahanty Foundation, which, if you remember, the Baron Verhagen the Lancet, a wonderful character who was rescued many societies, including our own, in the 70s. And he endowed us with £1,000 a year to keep us in the Royal Society of Medicine, and the 2 prizes, and some, another 500 to keep us a sort of running costs. Well, unfortunately, they decided, the Delahanty Foundation, that they needed to reduce their beneficence, and so the 1,000 a year to the Royal Society of Medicine was cut, and so equally with the prizes. And so this left us in a rather difficult position, because over the years, that 1,000 a year has amounted to the ability to show here in this room for a week. And so it is actually through the kindness of Michelle Acton that we are here, because they are no longer receiving that money. And likewise, the prizes, we are actually funding ourselves. They're exactly the same amount, they haven't changed at all otherwise. So we're very grateful to them, but we are slightly on probation, shall we say, in the sense that we behave ourselves and we don't do anything silly and not press up, then we'll probably be allowed to come back in the next year. And in fact, we almost certainly for the next year. Anyway, so there we are. I must thank at this point Annette for doing an enormous amount of work for us. She is the honorary secretary, effectively, but it's much more than that. We benefited enormously from her skills and her judgment. So, Annette, thank you very much. So, I want to also thank the people who very kindly spent home yesterday putting this up. And in no particular order, Michael, Miles, Abigail Waddle, Anthea Bond, Joyce and Beckle, and Annette and myself put the exhibition up. And it was a great thrill doing it, actually, because the work is fantastic. It wasn't a question of, oh dear, where can I put that one? It was so easy to do. Everything sort of fell into line beautifully. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Now, our judges this year are Isabel Lantry, who is the principal of the Hampstead School of Art, has very kindly agreed to judge the Barry Hoffman Prize entrance. Now, the Barry Hoffman Prize, Barry was a very faithful member of the Society for a long, long time, and he left a significant sum of money to create this prize. And the prize is open to students and young doctors and dentists within 10 years of qualification. And I'm delighted to say we've had some splendid work submitted. And again, it was actually a good example of how we did manage to get through to the student level in Imperial College, I think it was. So we're getting around that. The 2 prizes, one for 3-dimensional work and the other for 2-dimensional work, have both been judged by Patricia Barker, who we all know so well and who looks after us fantastically. Patricia has an enormous skill of being able to assess, looking over your shoulder, just when that moment is right, when you need a bit of help, which is fantastic, and we're so grateful to have it a long time. So, Isabel, would you like to back first? And tell us who the winner of the Barry Hoffman Prize.
I'm delighted to be here, thank you. This is a lovely exhibition, a high quality exhibition. Thank you all who have submitted work. It does look great and very, very nice to put together and curated, so thank you. I do miss Tom Coates, who I used to meet him here every time you exhibited your work. He was a great raconteur and a very fine artist, so my commiserations to his family. Barry Hofbrand, whose family have so beautifully put together this prize for Barry. I knew Barry very well, and Barry was a really great friend of mine, as well as being a student at Hampstead School of Art. a very fine painter. And he used to come to my office very, very often, and we'd have a chat about things. And one day I was very proud. He said to me, "Oh, Barry, I've just spent the weekend with my father." My father had a very extensive medical library in Spanish and English, interestingly. And I said, "Barry, I found one of your books in my dad's library," and it was a Hofbrand book. And he said, "Ah, that would be my twin brother." He was great. He was a wonderful person and always very, very generous. I'm very grateful to him to leave a prize, because when we have prizes to award, when we have artists to celebrate, it's very, very encouraging. And it actually encourages other things. And at Hampstead School of Art we have 6 patrons. One of them is Sir Frank Bowling, who's, if you don't know his painting, do have a look. You may well have seen his extensive exhibition at Tate Gallery a couple of years ago. And he is kind enough, and his wife, Lady Rachel Scott Bowling, to give us bursaries every year. And I can't tell you how that transforms people's lives. To have a bursary to give to an artist, doesn't matter their age or their position in their work, it is transformative. So, I am very grateful for people who have the vision to create something like this. So thank you to Barry's family, with whom I know you're in contact, and so am I. So in looking at the works, it's great. People have applied for this and submitted their work to the Barry Hofbrand Prize. And it is a lovely group of work over there on the right-hand side. And it is always very, very difficult to choose a piece of work, because there isn't such a thing as a best piece of work. There are certain criteria that we mark to, we look at when we're judging work. At the end of the day, you get this very powerful gut reaction to a piece of work, because it encompasses everything that we're looking for. I don't know if Helen Whiteley is here. We'll talk in a moment, Helen. I don't know if Kai Wang is here. Are you here, Kai Wang? So, and Nicholas Ferreira Monte Oliva, are you here? Okay, so perhaps word will come that, I have something, you have offered us something very beautiful in all your work. So was Daniela Bay. Are you here, Daniela Bay? So Daniela's very poetic use of visual language, it is intrigued me. So there is a lovely compositional dissolvement actually going on in her painting, which I thought was lovely. So well done to Daniela Bay. Nicholas Seredera Monte Oliva has a wonderful composition, quite a complex composition, so if you've got a moment, do go over and have a look at it. And Kai Wang is very meritorious. Your work is using colour and a lyrical composition very beautifully, so thank you very much for submitting. I have selected Helen Whiteley's work as the prize. So Helen, I know that you'll get £500 from the Barry Hofbrand Prize. And the piece I chose is called Specimens. And it's a fascinating piece of work for a variety of reasons, actually. One is that it's talking the language of medics, of course. In your investigation of the human body is fascinating, particularly the human brain, which is very, very new in discovery at the moment. What you have done is you've created a kind of a mitochondrial link, actually, with the surrounding elements, with our very built environment. And that's very, very fascinating. So please do come and get your reward.
In the end, I got it down for myself to about 3 different artists, sometimes multiple pieces by each artist. Margot Schliemann, work I really like your evening piece and the Narcissi one very much. And Anton Whitehead's Callback is another favourite. And actually one I nearly overlooked was the Marigolds, the loves, which I think is beautifully painted and very clever trick on the eye, because I thought it was some sort of seed head or plant form at first. It's actually rubber gloves, so I really like that play on subject matter. But in the end, like Isabel said, it's not about choosing the best, it's just going for the one that you like, yourself respond to the most. And I've chosen Anne Whitehead's Callback, the beautiful colours, the composition, the feeling, the kind of charged feeling of that person looking away, and you wanted to know more about the situation and them really, and just the colours really beautiful. So I don't know, I haven't seen Anne tonight. She's not here. So for sculpture, I felt a little bit more on solid ground, so being a sculptor. And I enjoyed very much looking at the range, again, a wide range of materials: ceramics, bronze, stone, glass, wood, pretty much the whole range of sculpture, and some very ambitious work as well in scale and ideas. There's a really interesting globe over there made in ceramic. We've got a very serious message about the state of the world. There's these wonderful wood constructions by Vladimir, and some fabulous stone pieces. There's a really large, ambitious one by Sean, in that cream stone over there. And a beautiful little head by Neil in the corner, who told me the story. But in the end, I was drawn to 2 pieces that had the most impact for me, and one of them is the glass piece, which I found really intriguing. It's got a punning title, I think, Tete-a-Tate. So you know the Tate Gallery glass windows. I presume that's how Tate comes into it. I thought it was a very intriguing image, and I don't know as a method or a technique how that's been done, but it's very intriguing. And the other is Sally's beautiful torso, which I love the way that she's kept it simple. She's given us the human presence, but she's brought out the integral beauty of the stone. And I think it's a stunning piece, and so I'd like to give the prize to Sally.
Thank you very much. Now, it used to be a tradition in the Better Class Society, many years ago, that we would buy each other's work. And I mean that quite seriously, and I have a lovely collection of work done by people belonging to the society, all over a long period of time. And if you see something right now, there's nothing here is terribly expensive, but one or two slightly pricey bits of sculpture. But have a look and think again, and see if you can add a great spot, and then take over something that you'll remember the medical art society like. Okay, well thank you everybody for coming. Some of us are staying on for supper, and I think that will be starting at about 7 o'clock, which is what, 20 minutes? Half an hour?
Yes.
Okay, in the meantime, the bar is still there.
You had something to introduce from Germany.
Oh, I did go by. Wolfgang, I'm very sorry. Wolfgang Ellenberger is a pianist. He also has a lot of interest in art and doctors, and he's going to just tell us about an international society of art, painting, doctors. Is that right? The floor is yours.
Thank you that I can make a few words. My name is Wolfgang Ellenberger. I'm a medical doctor. I work in psychiatry, but I'm also studied concert pianist and conductor. And I founded an association which is called doctorsdome.center. You write all the name doctorsdome.center. And on this website, you find another website where doctors are presented with all their extra medical talents in the entire world. There are 200 categories, and one category is art docs. Of course, there are many art docs in the world, and I've presented quite a bunch of them. And there is already a presentation of the Medical Art Society of London on this website. And you will see this video there in 360 degree as well as very soon. And I want to invite all painting doctors to come to Switzerland and exhibit maybe 10 to 15 pictures. I have rented 2 rooms in a castle in the Emmental in Switzerland, where we make the master classes for piano music docs. And of course, all these activities under the dome, where doctors can meet and improve their work and life balance, it will be presented there. So please come and present your pictures. I've already presented a painting doctor from Berlin. She had very beautiful pictures. You might find some of them in the websites. And maybe your pictures will be there as well, and they can be sold as well. So come by and go to Doctor's Dome Center and write me an email that you will come with some pictures. And we are happy, my wife and I, we are on holiday, so we are in leisure outfit. And we already bought one of these beautiful pictures here. And I hope many other visitors will buy pictures too, because it has to be supported, this art. And there's a Swiss art association as well. There's even a World Union of Writing Physicians. So maybe some things can happen from that, and we can make international networking. This is my idea, and share our time together and our love for culture.